Biography of Rudyard Kipling. Joseph Rudyard Kipling, 1865 to 1936, was an English author and poet, best known for his works of fiction and poetry set in British India and the British Empire. Here's a detailed biography of his life and works. Early life. Rudyard Kipling was born on December 30th, 1865, in Bombay, British India, present-day Mumbai, India, to John Lockwood Kipling, an artist and teacher, and Alice Kipling. He spent his early childhood in India, where he was exposed to the sights, sounds, and cultures of the subcontinent, which would later influence much of his writing. At the age of 5, Kipling was sent to England to live with a foster family in Southsea, near Portsmouth. His time in England was marked by feelings of loneliness and alienation, which would later inform his writing about the experience of being an outsider. Literary career. Kipling began his literary career as a journalist and writer in India, contributing stories, poems, and articles to various newspapers and magazines. His first collection of poetry, Departmental Ditties, was published in 1886. His breakthrough came with the publication of Plain Tales from the Hills, 1888, a collection of short stories set in British India that established his reputation as a master storyteller. Kipling's most famous work, The Jungle Book, 1894, a collection of stories set in the Indian jungle featuring Mowgli, a young boy raised by wolves, became an instant classic and has been adapted into numerous films, plays, and other media. Other notable works by Kipling include Kim, 1901, a novel set in British India; Just So Stories, 1902, a collection of whimsical animal tales; and Puck of Pook's Hill, 1906, a series of historical fantasy stories set in England. Kipling's writing often celebrated the virtues of British imperialism and the British Empire, reflecting the prevailing attitudes of his time. However, he also wrote critically about the impact of colonialism on both colonizers and colonized peoples. Later life and legacy. Kipling spent much of his later life in England, where he continued to write prolifically and became increasingly involved in politics and public affairs. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907, making him the first English-language writer to receive the prestigious award. Kipling's works have had a lasting impact on literature and popular culture, influencing generations of writers, filmmakers, and artists. Despite his popularity during his lifetime, Kipling's reputation waned in the years following his death, as his colonialist views fell out of favor. However, there has been a resurgence of interest in his work in recent years, with critics reevaluating his contributions to literature and his complex legacy. Notable works by Rudyard Kipling: The Jungle Book, 1894, Kim, 1901, Just So Stories, 1902, Puck of Pook's Hill, 1906, Captains Courageous, 1897, The Man Who Would Be King, 1888, Gunga Din, 1890, If, 1910. Rudyard Kipling's literary legacy is characterized by his vivid storytelling, rich imagination, and evocative portrayal of life in British India and the British Empire. Despite the controversies surrounding his views on imperialism, his works continue to be celebrated for their enduring appeal and timeless themes.